The NFL free agency is here, and the Kansas City Chiefs were quick to address a much-needed position. The Chiefs, who cycled through 4 different left tackles last season, have now added a player they hope can finally solidify the position. The Chiefs have agreed to a 2-year, $30 million contract with Jaylen Moore, a 4-year veteran who previously spent his entire NFL career with the 49ers, primarily as a backup to Trent Williams. Moore has appeared in 55 games with 12 starts over his career. In 2024, he played 15 games, starting in 5. He was originally drafted in the 5th round in 2021 out of Western Michigan. Moore now gets an opportunity to establish himself as a full-time starter. Left tackle has been a persistent issue for the Chiefs. The team initially handed the job to Kingsley Suamataia, but after just 2 games and what I believe was not really a fair shot to prove himself, he was benched in favor of Wanye Morris. I was high on Kingsley Suamataia going into the season, and I still believe he's a starter caliber player, and he's going to get that shot most likely at guard this season, which he looked more comfortable and better at. But Kingsley was a solid draft prospect going into the year, and in the Chiefs' second game of the season, they went against the Bengals, and he was matched up against Trey Hendrickson, who was a defensive player of the year candidate. He led the league in sacks. Not a lot of players are going to have success defending him, especially a rookie in his second start in the NFL. But like I said, he was benched in favor for Wanye Morris, who later in the season, Morris was also replaced by veteran DJ Humphries. When injury struck, All-Pro guard Joe Thuney was moved to left tackle to stabilize the line. However, Thuney was recently traded to the Chicago Bears, leaving yet another vacancy at the position. Now, a lot of people did not expect the Chiefs to trade Joe Thuney, and when I first saw the news, I was very surprised. But you have to think about it, at the end of the day, he's almost 33 years old and he's still expected top dollar. He's on his last year of his contract, and the Chiefs can't keep both him and Trey Smith. They're going to go ahead and extend Trey Smith to a long-term deal, making him the highest paid guard, but they couldn't pay both him and Joe Thuney. So at the end of the day, a lot of Chiefs fans weren't happy with what the Chiefs got in return for him, but it's still better than nothing and letting him walk for free in free agency. And now we have a full season to get Kingsley Suamataia in at guard and get comfortable and get better. Like I said, I was high on Kingsley, and he's now going to have a full season to develop with the offensive line. And that was the biggest and most important thing going into the offseason, was how Brett Veach and the Chiefs were going to answer with the offensive line struggles. Now, is Jaylen Moore the answer? On paper, Moore could develop into a solid left tackle option for the next 2 seasons, potentially setting himself up for a stronger market in 2027 free agency. However, there's an element of hope and uncertainty with this signing, just as there is with any roster move. Every draft pick, free agent signing, or contract extension is based on potential, and the Chiefs are once again banking on development at a position that has been a revolving door in recent years. Moore also steps into an unfair situation in some respect. The Chiefs have struggled to draft and develop left tackles, missing on players like Lucas Niang, Darian Kennard, Wanye Morris, and Kingsley Suamataia. They also pursued Trent Williams and Ronnie Stanley in previous offseasons, but came up empty. Even their Orlando Brown Jr. trade, arguably their best move at the position, was a temporary solution rather than a long-term fix. Now, the Chiefs once again enter an offseason searching for an answer at left tackle, and Moore is going to be the latest attempt. The timing for needing a left tackle couldn't be worse. The 2024 offseason had a weak free agent class at the position, and the Chiefs, picking at number 31 in the draft, were not in a great spot to land an elite rookie. After missing out on Ronnie Stanley, who re-signed with the Ravens, Kansas City had no choice but to take a chance on Moore or roll the dice in the draft. A year from now, Chiefs fans will hope that Jaylen Moore proves to be a long-term answer at the position. However, at present, the Chiefs are once again experimenting in search of stability. With Moore as the presumed starter, Kansas City still has Kingsley Suamataia and Wanye Morris competing for reps, along with right tackle Jawan Taylor. Jawan Taylor is still on his last year, and the Chiefs paid him a lot of money, so no team is going to trade for him. They're going to keep him, and he's going to be playing right tackle. Now, for Wanye Morris, he's going to be the backup left tackle, and like I was saying earlier, Kingsley Suamataia is going to get a shot at guard. The Chiefs may also look to the NFL draft to add further competition and depth. Chiefs Kingdom can only hope this move finally brings the consistency the offensive line desperately needs. They also have found found a potential replacement for veteran running back Kareem Hunt. The Chiefs signed veteran running back Elijah Mitchell to a one-year deal worth up to $3.5 million. The 26-year-old has struggled with injuries throughout his career, appearing in just 27 games over 3 seasons with the 49ers. Mitchell missed the entire 2024 season due to a hamstring injury suffered in the preseason. His last game action came in 2023 when he played in 11 games, rushing for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns on 75 carries. For Mitchell, joining the Chiefs presents an opportunity for a fresh start with a chance to compete for a running back 2 role behind Isaiah Pacheco. With Kareem Hunt and Samaje Perine hitting free agency, there's no guarantee either will return this season. Hunt played a key role last season, stepping up when Pacheco was sidelined. In 8 starts from weeks 5 to 13, Hunt rushed for 523 yards and 5 touchdowns, while also contributing 17 receptions for 119 yards. He finished the year with 904 scrimmage yards and 7 touchdowns. If Mitchell can stay healthy through the preseason and training camp, he has a chance to take on Hunt's role in the offseason. However, durability remains a major question mark as he's dealt with rib, knee, and shoulder injuries throughout his career. The Chiefs could still look to add more depth to the backfield in the draft. They had meetings with Cam Scatteraboo, and I heard they are interested in Judkins as well. They also wanted to look in the free agency market, but it's getting a little slim now. It's going to be interesting to see what the Chiefs continue to do. Now, going back to Jaylen Moore, a lot of Chiefs fans were upset that the Chiefs paid him $30 million, $15 million a year. A lot of people were saying he's a backup, but look who he was backing up. He was backing up one of the best left tackles the NFL has seen in Trent Williams. The Chiefs getting him for 2 years, $30 million is actually a great deal. I would even say that's a steal. He was a 5th round pick in 2021, and he's played 55 regular season games over the last 4 years. In 2024, Moore allowed 1 sack and 2 quarterback hits over 158 pass blocking snaps. During his 5 starts in 2024, he earned a Pro Football Focus pass blocking grade of 78.5, which would be higher than any other Chiefs offensive lineman. So already on paper, this is a huge upgrade for the Chiefs. And like I said earlier, Brett Veach and the rest of the staff are banking on his potential. He was mentored by Trent Williams for the last 4 years, and he's now joining a franchise that has won 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 years, so he's going to be hungry and want to add to that. He's going to be joining Tubes, the offensive line coach, a great coaching staff, and the Chiefs, they made a great move signing him. We're going to see more of him this offseason in training camp, and what I'm mostly excited for now that the Chiefs offensive line is pretty much set is the trio of Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, and Hollywood Brown. We were supposed to see this full trio last season, but Hollywood Brown got injured in the very first play on the very first game of preseason, and we all know Mahomes when he slid into Rashee Rice on accident, sidelining him for the season. We will finally see this trio play a full season, hopefully with no injuries, but that trio means absolutely nothing if Mahomes isn't protected up front, and they did absolutely all they could in signing Jalen Williams. The free agency market for a left tackle was very, very slim. No team is just going to let a good left tackle walk in free agency. 99% of the time they're going to pay them, but the Chiefs got one of the better tackles available instead of relying on a rookie out of the draft. This is at the end of the day a great move by Brett Veach, who has made a ton of great moves in his entire career as the Chiefs general manager, and at the end of the day all you can do is trust Brett Veach. Let me know down below what you guys think of this signing and what the Chiefs have done so far in free agency. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Chiefs video or any video at all this offseason. Leave a like as well, I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.